Oh man, Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah. Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
Brewsday Tuesday, indeed, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. I'm not sure if that's where your beer came from, Nate, as I don't even know what you just popped over there for me, but what I just popped over for you, I'll just hand it to you.
All righty.
It did come from the cellar, and I could smell it as soon as I popped it. It smells like something you might enjoy.
Okay, so full disclosure, mine did as well, and we'll go ahead and we'll do the exchange here.
Oh. Ooh.
I saw this and I was like, I'm not shopping for myself. But it's the Three Floyds Crimson Mask. It's an American wild ale brewed with cherries. It's not normal.
Have you had that?
I've not.
Okay.
Oh, that was my other thing. Like, man, going through your Untapped. Cool. I almost like checked off the entire inventory over there.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, especially the cellar. I mean, that's where I do the bulk of my beer shopping. So I've had a good bit of their inventory for sure, but they get stuff in there regularly, so there's always something every time I go in there that's new to try. Yours are, I noticed you don't. Seems like you don't untap a lot of
I'm
stuff.
Horrendous.
You pretty much only untap beers that we have on the show.
Yeah, what I do is I save them up, and then just kind of do them all in a batch because it just takes forever.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think you did well because you just handed me from Stone the Ruination IPA. So it's a double IPA, which there you go. Oh man,
you haven't had that either. That was tricky.
That is part of what I'd like to try and do on Brewsday Tuesday. There's a whole long thing over here, a liquid poem to the glory of the hop. It says right here, throughout our history, we've built a fairly deserved reputation for being obsessed with massively hoppy IPAs. And the groundbreaking creation you have before you is largely responsible for that legacy. Did you know that Stone Ruination IPA was the first year-round brewed and bottled West Coast double IPA on the planet? I did not know that. True story. As the technology and techniques for maximizing hoppy goodness evolved over the years, so too did this beer. Yet we still look back fondly on the impression it left on the palates of many. As a tribute to its roots, we're bringing it back for a limited time in its original old school form, the quintessential representation of a West Coast double IPA.
Yeah, so apparently, like, they had stopped making it for a period, and then they released the Ruination 2.0.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of beer drinkers were pretty pissed off.
Didn't like that, huh? So they went back to trying to go back to the roots.
I did have Mikey showed me that it was there, and I was like, "Oh hell, is that what I think it is?" It was, and yeah. So pretty stoked on you having that one. I didn't read the side of this just because I can't get over the wrestler on the front and the majestic logo you picked, but.
See, that's the thing. I know you're a sucker for a good logo, and the fact that also, seemed like a style you might enjoy. Plus, Three Floyds. I mean, they do some good stuff for sure.
8% ABV. This gushing cherry wild ale was brewed with our proprietary mixed yeast culture and fermented and aged in our handmade faders. So, foders. Is that foders? FOEDERS. Foders.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. But it smells like cherries, which you would expect.
See, now that's interesting. I'm trying to recall. I think the main difference between obviously there's different types of IPAs, but the West Coast IPA usually I'm not too fond of. I think it's because they do the dry hop thing. Which makes it a bit more bitter in my mind. At least that's how I feel like that. The West Coast styles are a bit more bitter.
Yeah, they don't run as hazy.
Yeah, the hazy is what you get with the New Englands and stuff, which that's my main focus. But for this one, and it's a double though. I think maybe that might be the difference. You got the higher ABV, which by the way, 8.2%. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. But man, this is quite tasty. It's golden. This is a golden find you found here.
I was pretty proud of it, and I was informed that there weren't much left. Like, it's a limited release.
Oh, sweet. So obviously today's Valentine's Day. I don't know if you're like me, and you got kids too. Do you guys even do anything for Valentine? Like, how does that work in your house?
So Valentine's Day and then our dating anniversary are like 2 weeks apart. So usually what we'll do is we'll do something small, like a nice little dinner date, and then, do something with the kids. And then we'll try and do, right now, because we've got the house, we've been doing a project for the house together. So we'll get a babysitter, and then we'll just work on something like painting or something that you can't do with the kids underfoot. So real exciting, fun stuff.
Yeah. So that's for Valentine's Day, or that's for your anniversary?
We combine them.
Wow. So that's just I mean, that's probably a good thing though. That's a nice way to do it. Like, it's bonding and oh yeah, we did that. Productivity. Yes. Oh gosh. I thought I almost spilled it. I had a brief heart attack there. Oh man. Whew.
And then we'll still get each other the flowers and nonsense like that, even though she insists she doesn't want flowers. But I will admit, I take a lot of pride in my ability to pick out flowers and like make a bouquet. So like she gets it regardless of whether or not she actually.
So you actually go and pick the flowers yourself?
I mean, I don't like pick them from the field, but like I'll go together and put them together at the flower store.
Florist.
The florist.
Yeah. See, so here's our out. I mean, I guess it's probably not, you could do it or whatever, but now that we got the cats, you don't know which plants are cat safe, and our cats do like to eat plants. So that's my out of just not having to buy flowers anymore, because I can't get flowers because cats might eat them and get sick.
Ours definitely do that. The one cat eats onions. We'll just.
I know onions are bad for dogs. Yeah. Is it bad?
They're bad for cats too. Oh, like I caught him trying to eat onions once. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? This could kill you. Yeah, onions are real bad for cats.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah,
no bueno.
Literally, I mean, having to keep toddlers alive is one thing, but cats should have better survival instincts.
Yeah, that's a shame. So yeah, I didn't really do, and we kind of did our Valentine's Day this past weekend, which made life a little easier. I guess it's good to do that, if you're trying to get like reservations and stuff. But we actually, BB made me a nice dinner, so we didn't even need to do that. We stayed in.
What'd you have?
Take a guess.
Beef Wellington.
Damn, Skippy. Beef Wellington. In fact, it was a little different. It was beef Wellington with a twist. Usually it's the mushroom with is it prosciutto? Is that what they mix
yes.
with it? So she did it. She did the whatever stuff between, and it wasn't a sirloin. It was a tenderloin, beef tenderloin wrapped with a like a ground chicken. So like a chicken mince with onions, I think this time. And then the pastry and peppercorn sauce for dipping.
Oh,
with a side of, I think we did we do sweet potato fry? No. We did like seasoned carrots and Brussels sprouts.
I'm damn hungry now.
It was pretty good. I must admit, beef Wellington is quickly becoming my favorite dish.
We're just having steak for dinner tonight. And
steak's solid, man.
I love steak. And one thing I did notice, and you're definitely right with the kind of planning on doing it ahead and stuff. We've got 2 toddlers, both in a daycare setting where the kids have to give each other Valentines and Super Bowl Sunday. No one's going to be at the store. No one's going to be in the way. It's when I like to go shopping off peak hours. We had to go to 4 different stores to find little Valentine cards, because they're all already like that day, like loading up and getting ready for Easter.
Oh man. So they've already moved all that stuff.
Yeah. Like they're already done with Valentine's Day. And this was Sunday. What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been noted that they put out the holiday stuff so much further. I mean, it was Christmas kept getting earlier. But now it's like every holiday. It seems like this is still 2 months away. Why am I already seeing like same with all the Valentine's Day stuff was there like January 1st.
I haven't been
it
to the
seems.
store yet today, but if I go in,
And
'cause I'm going to one of the 4. If I go in and they're out there on clearance, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Hopefully Valentine's Day stuff is already on clearance. I don't know, maybe. But I'm sure it'll start tomorrow. Because I am, it is nice getting the discount chocolates, immediately Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, half off stuff. That's the way to do it. Just got to celebrate it a few days later. That's really that's the
and
smart.
there's really nothing tying us to like the date. Like
No.
it's a random Tuesday in February. Okay.
Yeah, it's a joke.
I've had trouble. I've been out making that argument for Christmas for like my entire life, and I'm slowly, like steadily, now that we've got our house, we've got the toddlers, traveling's a pain in the ass. I've slowly been convincing her that like it doesn't really matter when we celebrate Christmas. It's about the togetherness, and so like we spread it out from like 2 weeks before Christmas through the middle of January.
Well, yeah, but
It was so much less
because also
stressful.
like when you have multiple homes and stuff like now, we did. I was actually in Scotland for real
Yeah.
Christmas, so my family we just sort of did it like the weekend ahead. You can do it like that. What I mean, it's all about just. Yeah, it's all about the togetherness. It's not about the actual day. If you could do it on the actual day, great. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier to work around people's schedule and
that's-
make it convenient.
The one exception I have,
Halloween
you can't move Halloween.
can't move St. Patty's Day.
Well, yeah, I guess you can't move St. Patty's Day either, really. Thanksgiving would probably. I'd be
Thanksgiving-
good with Thanksgiving once a month.
Thanksgiving is you can't move Thanksgiving. You're right about that. And Halloween, people do that. People have their Halloween parties the weekend before or after. But St. Patty's Day, whatever day it is, I think you got to go for it. And then same with, Thanksgiving, that's a national holiday, so you should hopefully be off and you can make Thanksgiving work. I'm with you on that one. Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving for sure. We digress. We're drinking delicious beer. I must commend you on your selection. Ruination from Stone. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. This has been a nice, pleasant surprise and a very pleasant drink. The lacing is fantastic. Apparently, it's a limited run. So, did you just get this past weekend, or how recent ago did you
Yesterday.
grab it? Yesterday. Okay, so it might still be there if you get down to the cellar sooner than later. You could get your hands
When
on
I
it.
left yesterday, there were still like 5 on the shelf.
Okay, well, got to get down there ASAP because speaking of 5 on the shelf, this is a 5 in the glass, man. Delicious beer. Well done, sir. I must commend you on picking a good one for yours truly.
Well, you definitely hit the nail on the head. The label is amazing. I love this wrestler. If you're watching on video, you can see this fantastic 80s style wrestling artwork from 3 Floyds. And Wild Ale's another style that it's right there with the sours and the gozes. It's something that's absolutely delicious, but this is like drinking candy.
Super
Like,
sweet. Is it
it's
sweet?
Sweet, and it's tart. Almost like a
Sweet tart?
if you put like a not I don't find sweet tarts to be actually all that tart. This is much more tart than that. It's like a really mellow cherry warhead. It's delicious. It's a 5. It's beautiful color. I love this, like the red that it takes
Not
from
much.
the cherries.
And maybe this goes with the fruit ale stuff, but not much carbonation or.
No.
Or
It's lightly effervescent, so it kind of tickles your tongue, but it doesn't go crazy.
All right. Well, as long as it's a 5, that's what matters. There you go, man. A great round of beers. And again, you can get them both over at our sponsor at the Cellar 6-pack and Cellar Restaurant and 6-pack store. The restaurant's delicious. The 6-pack store is the main reason I get down
6-pack
there
store
for
is
the good
also
beer.
delicious.
But then you can stick around for the food too. And that's the other thing that's great is you can get food, and you can also pop over and get whatever you want from the 6-pack store, and you can drink it right there too.
I say that's
at the
my
place.
That's my classic move is to order a drink at the bar and walk around the 6-pack store and
Do a little shopping.
come back when my food's done. And eat
Yeah.
it.
No, that's perfect. That's definitely the way to do it. We'll take a quick break. We'll play a tune, and we'll come back with another round, Valentine's Day edition of Brewsday Tuesday. Stick around.